Hello guys, welcome to Gusto News on Gusto TV Africa. My name is Imara. And on today's news, we're going to be talking about Burna Boy's album versus FC. Yes, WIZKID FC. Like, these guys are actually trending on Twitter. But then before we go on to what we have for you on today's news, guys, I'll say thank you for all that you do for us here on the channel. We see all of it and we really do appreciate you. If you're coming across this channel for the very first time, please do not forget to subscribe, and also do not forget to click on the post notification bell so as to know when we drop new content and also when we drop new videos for you. Alright guys, so we're going to be starting off with Burna Boy. Yes, Burna Boy has actually dropped the long awaited Love Damini album. Like, a lot of people have been waiting for this album. Like me, I've been waiting for this album because there's been a whole lot of talks about how this album is good, how this album is dope, and how Burna Boy actually killed it. Like I said, we've actually listened to, before the album was actually dropped, we've actually listened to, two songs from this album, Kilometer and also Last Last. Those songs are amazing, especially Last Last. But there were a whole lot of talks like, okay, you know what, Burna Boy is going to murder it on this album. He has done this. People that were actually coming out to talk about these things were people that might have listened to some of the songs from the album. Remember that Burna Boy said he was actually going to be giving a fan an opportunity to come and listen to some of the songs from this album. But yes, the long-awaited Love Damini album is finally here, and this album has claimed hashtag #1 position on Apple Music in 21 countries. And also, one song from this album is still doing amazingly well, and that is Last Last. Man, this song is actually here to stay for a very, very long time. And I keep telling you guys, like, this Last Last song is here to stay for a very, very, very long time. But right now, there's a whole lot going on between The Outsiders, Burna Boy's album, and WIZKID FC. So I remember when Made in Lagos actually dropped, a lot of people actually came out to trash talk this particular album. And one of the people, or one of the fan base that came out to trash talk this album, were The Outsiders. Like, they really gave it to WIZKID FC back to back. And these guys were just, I don't know, they were actually feeling some sort of way. They were saying, this particular, album was me. They were even there was this hashtag that was trending on Twitter, Made in Lagos, essence with trash. There was just a whole lot of negativity around that particular album. And you know what? People were like, okay, maybe when Burna Boy is going to be dropping another album, that FC would be giving it to, like, The Outsiders and giving it to Burna Boy back to back. But I'm actually surprised that WIZKID FC is actually calm right now. Like, they're not dragging Burna Boy, they're not saying anything bad about the album. Like, they're just actually trying to promote their own person, to the extent that WIZKID FC, a fan base, is actually trending on Twitter. And people are like, okay, you know what, we really love what WIZKID FC is actually doing right now. They're actually trying to be the bigger people. They're actually trying to act matured. They're not actually trying to do what Outsiders did to Made in Lagos when it actually dropped, because these guys dragged WIZKID, they dragged WIZKID FC, they dragged Made in Lagos. Like, they said a whole lot of things. And like I said, people were like, okay, maybe when Burna Boy drops his own album, it's actually going to be the same thing. But right now, it's actually different. And me, I'm like really surprised, because you see this FC, these guys are always ready to give it to you back to back whenever you come for WIZKID. But this time around, they're actually calm. They're actually just trying to promote, Made in Lagos. They're actually trying to promote Made in Lagos Deluxe. They're just trying to just do their thing. They're really calm, and trust me, I am really, really surprised. Alright, so this user says, all I can say is WIZKID FC are good people, and I'm proud of you all for that. Not surprised, because when the artist you stand regularly delivers quality music with credible numbers to back it up, you will spend less time hating and shitting on other artists' projects and more time listening and hyping yours. So he's actually saying he's actually proud of WIZKID FC. Me too, I'm actually proud of WIZKID FC today, because I thought it was going to be basketballs that's going to be happening, especially on Twitter, but it's just different. These guys are not even acting like there was an album that was actually dropped. They're just promoting and standing their fave. Like, they're just doing their thing. And trust me, a lot of people are actually really, really surprised. This user also said, I remember how Twitter ended trash talked Made in Lagos when it was released, but if we should reciprocate the energy right now, it would be tagged toxic. I just feel like WIZKID FC is the biggest fan base. That's the reason why you all are insecure, trying to attack us at any given time. So according to this user, actually saying, when Made in Lagos actually dropped, the hashtag for, Made in Lagos, essence with the trash, it was actually trending everywhere. And this user is saying, if WIZKID FC decides to actually reciprocate the same energy, they are going to be tagged, toxic. Yeah, people always come out to say WIZKID FC is actually toxic. But to me, I feel like these guys are always ready to have their faves back. So this user is saying, if we even try to give you guys a bit of what you give us, in 2020, we are actually going to be tagged toxic. This is also went ahead to say WIZKID SC are not even toxic. I could remember how they trended Mid and Trash alongside Made in Lagos when it dropped. And here we are today promoting our album and sharing links. Like right now, these guys are still trying to promote Made in Lagos. Like this album dropped in 2022. And right now, they are still promoting this album. Like I said, they're not even acting like one album actually dropped. They're not even acting like that. Then this is how I went ahead to say, I don't even understand why you all are upset and coming for WIZKID FC just because Made in Lagos is trending tonight. Like Made in Lagos is actually trending. And he said, when Burna Boy just dropped, at least they are not calling the album trash like you all did during WIZKID's album release. Let everyone mind their faves and hype what they like. I beg. So this is I say, you know what, we don't even care. Like we don't even care if an album just dropped. What we just want to do is just promote our own artists, promote the album, and just, you know, do things for ourselves. You guys should just mind your face. You guys should not even get us started, because if FC actually decides to get angry, it's going to be really crazy on Twitter. Then this is how I went ahead to say, WIZKID FC too, they worry, and I wouldn't even blame them. The night Made in Lagos was released, we suffered on this app, no be small. I personally went offline, fought every nook and cranny, and last now vex I take go sleep, but we're eating good since child. So according to this user, that he actually just was angry and he went to bed because of all of the old trash talk that was actually happening. I can actually relate to it, because trust me, if I actually like a person and I feel like this person is being, you know, talked down on, I actually kind of feel bad. So this is actually saying, when Made in Lagos dropped and there's a whole lot of trash talk about Made in Lagos, that he was just fighting everybody, and last he just went to bed and he was actually just like, okay, let me just leave these guys and just go to bed. And this user says, WIZKID FC on some bigger person shit today, Sha. They are not even slandering the album. Made in Lagos really suffered, Sha. I opened this app when that album was dropped and it was trending as Made in Lagos. Essence with trash. Thank God say, man no be God. Like I said, when that album dropped, it was a whole lot. Like you actually even go on Google and you see that Google actually wrote, you know, trash talks about Made in Lagos. Like it was really crazy. And these guys are actually not doing what they did to WIZKID, to Burna Boy. They're just letting Burna Boy, you know, take all of the accolades. And even some of WIZKID fans are actually coming out and say, okay, you know what, Burna Boy actually, you know, outdid himself and did really good on the album. But when Made in Lagos dropped, like outsiders did not spare, you know, these guys. They did not spare WIZKID, they did not spare the album, they also did not spare WIZKID FC. But right now, like one of the users said, they're actually eating good because that particular album is just making them really proud. Then this user says, I don't know where Big Wiz gathered WIZKID FC. Trending Made in Lagos this night again. You people for allow love Damini trend for today. Or like, I don't even know how WIZKID was able to pull together this fan base. Like WIZKID FC is the biggest fan base right now, because they are always ready to come out to support their faves. They're always coming out to put up all of the energy and actually defend their faves. Like I don't know how WIZKID was able to gather these guys, but to me, WIZKID actually has the best fan base here in Nigeria. Alright guys, so yes, with WIZKID and Burna Boy's album WIZKID FC2, I'll be rounding up the news for today. So what do you think about the news in the comment section? Tell us if you think WIZKID FC should actually be really cool, or they should actually reciprocate the same energy the outsiders actually gave to them when Made in Lagos dropped in 2020. And we'll be in the comment section, guys, responding to some of your comments. If not, we'll see all that you do for us here on the channel, and we really do appreciate you. Bye for now. My name is Emma.